Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since last time we've recorded this. And since in between episodes I've recorded Baldur's Gate 3 and I've had a piece of my right eyelid removed. Except Divine Aid will provide you with the tools required to make that quick return to form, including experience bonuses for parties with mentors, as well as full access to novice networks. No thank you. Nope, no thank you. Oh yeah, there is a quest I want to check for real quick before we do anything else. Oh, and I haven't started the timer, have I? Nope. Actually, let me check. Yeah, recording's going. I do believe there's a quest here that I want to do. Oh, I don't want to do that one. It was, yes, Siblings Rising. That is the quest I want to do. Yeah, an adventure by the looks of you. Perhaps you could assist me. I am Kibifi Jakaya, reporter for Credania's leading tabloid, The Raven. I'm in need of help, pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote something that he wished to meet me in Uldar during the Rising celebration. However, the appointed hour has come and gone, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and I'm beginning to worry if it isn't too much trouble. May I ask you to help me find him? I am in your debt. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Nahigi. He recently became an adventurer, something he had aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself may help you. I've heard of him, if not crossed paths of him. Well. Motherfucker. It would be too much of a coincidence, I suppose. At any rate, if he isn't in the city, chances are he went outside for some distance to be honest. First, spill it up and make acquaintances and say someone has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I shall speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. Yeah, I don't think I can do voices anymore. It has been a month, I want to say. Seeing something you need. Oh, yeah, I know this. That could say where he is now. But last I saw him, he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one. He is get along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. But with talk of bandits on the road of late, I can't help but worry. For your venture, if business with brand, best state it quickly. So I'm just going for Harbor Herald. I see. Well, apologies, I haven't seen you here. As a fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Just earlier I was interviewing the ever dynamic wandering minstrel who got another unusual venture in the offering. Letter forced, he calls it. If that piques your interest, or when you go and see the man, he's at Gold Court over on the steps of Thal. Green's adventure, how may I assist you? Oh, and I understand he is doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction if you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. We are currently very exciting game for your enjoyment. Oh, I know that game, and it is something I like. Oh. I completely forgot about those two. But yeah, I've already done this on my own. I just decided I wanted to do this with this character. And it was completely by accident that I was even able to get back to this, because I thought Baldur's Gate was going to take longer, but I'm just lucky I was able to get it up. And this is a lot less, greetings, friend. By your doubtless bearings, I assume you are an adventurer. How might this minstrel be of service? To find him, indeed, I have entrusted him with a task. I have an inkling as to where he might be. As you have heard, on the occasion of the celebration, I am posting his called a letter for us. For some express their gratitude and encouragement for another leisure now. It's ordered to collect missives from outside. I've dispatched a chunk of my carriage. Here's his courage. When he collects me on Link Pro a while ago, give honor. They have already arrived. I know not where, causing a delay. It's me here at present. Truly grateful the carriage you meant to pass through Blackrush Station, as perhaps you have take your search that I pray befall them. I completely forgot we had page 63, so I thought that was somebody else's pet. And sorry that I skipped some of that, it's just that, like I said, I have not played this in several months. Well, this character, I was going to say several months, in several weeks. It has not yet been months. Maybe 1 month. Oh, I just passed it where I needed to go. There you are. Were you able to learn not of Nagi? Nahig. Scoring a carriage for the minstrel, so that is the way of it. As suggested, let us... Jesus Christ. And try searching in the vicinity. Oh. Also in between episodes, I've also managed to... I watched the majority of the at least I watched the majority of the main story cutscenes for 1.0. And I watched something else. Oh, and also got to see what's the differences if you have a legacy character. I saw that as well. Also, you might notice that I have, like, yeah, that, where I suddenly go, like, a sharp left when I'm going forwards. That is my controller. I don't know why, but it suddenly started doing that after I got done recording Baldur's Gate. Edgar, no sooner did I arrive that this man came running out of breath. You're an adventurer, think the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiveron Mans. They've fallen on a chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had one guard and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. That has to be not Huggy with me, Edgar. My cat's currently trying to bury a treat. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Enough, leave my little brother alone, or 12 as my witness, you'll receive such a thrashing as you never known. From this fearsome adventurer here, that is. Edgar's weapons have veins. I think those are veins. That's an ordinary man retreat. Are you alright, Nahagi? I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. It seems you're an adventurer too. Thank you for your help. What's your name, if I may ask? Had good magic. I'll remember it to send your foes running without even drawing your weapon. You're clearly a great adventurer. I still have a long way to go embarrassing myself like I did. If I want sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be ready to fight on my own. My approval. But first things first, Brendan and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. If you excuse us, we will hurry back to Ul'dah. Let us head back as well. I had a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Oh, we just get teleported back here. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Huggy, the guy, N, is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they have all the letters with this. We may proceed with the letter forced as planned. Thank you, N. I'm so sorry I'm late, you see. Or if not for Edgar, there's no telling what might have become of the letters, and burned it in the end. I was utterly useless. So that is how it happened. As N's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There is no need to belittle yourself so. Well, Edgar didn't need to rely on anyone. Now he drove off those bandits with nary more than a stern look. I couldn't have done hold a candle to him. I guess you didn't see the chocobo next to him, did ya? Foos is just gonna be over there just like, oh, I'm just over here. Feast. I forgot how I even pronounced his name. Oh, a few weeks away and I can't even remember what chocobo's name. Well, I can remember mine, but I can't remember Edgar's. Mine's name is Crew. Like him, I want to be able to deal with problems without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth his salt. If you were a blue mage, you'd have a different tone. Without help. Tell me, Anne, all this time have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right, a worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I am to be the kind of adventure you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. If that is what you believe, then I can't consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. Let's see, if I remember about... I don't even remember their species anymore. It's been that long. If I remember, I think it's the moon, which their women usually have multiple mates, while in the sun, it's generally one big clan run by a guy that mates with all the women, and then any of the young ones can take him down, the Tias. I think. So these ones must be from the moon. The moon! Working so hard to succeed to prove to you that I have what it takes. But now, you've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I can't in good conscience approve of your calling. Can't accept this. If you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embark upon this path. Alright, sister, I shall think on this. Because we have Elysians, Rogadan, Lalafell, and Aru. I'm sorry you had to see that, Edgar. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to eat more than I do, to succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he is like to die somewhere out there. And even if he managed to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters, instead he's obsessed about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. The truth be told, no matter what Anne wants to do, it's my intent to support him. It's his life after all, and no one else's. Is it my place to interfere? Be that as it may, if he is sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idle by and watch. Loath though am I to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him. Please take it as a request from me, as well for her, ever has adventuring been a dangerous one. And it's more dangerous still for some who spurns help. Like, Kipi, I do not wish for N to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. Chocobos! As far as the eye can see. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Yeah, I think this episode's just gonna be this quest. and sets off that way, so you might find him at Sapphire Exchange. Avenue Exchange, we leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Also, in between episodes, I still have yet to finish leveling up Samurai. I'm 3 levels away. So it'll probably take me about 3 more days to get it done. And the reason why it's going to take me that long is because I don't want to lose what's left of my sanity. If there is anything left. What's you, Edgar? What is it? Is that so? I'm sorry, this is really something I must be doing it alone still. It's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose to become an adventurer in the first place. Kiffy has looked after me since I was no more than 10 after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her, I heard tales about adventurers and come to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took me to a village in the mountains, where our aunt lived. In desperate times like these, that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believe she had wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work, but she left in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then, and I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others. That I am a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when it's doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers but are familiar with them. Who an old who fits the description. The local provider of information? No. How about a business with... How about the face of the Adventurers Guild? Of course, who else but Miss Momondi? In her capacity as guild representative, she bound to have some valuable insight. I'll seek her out at once. But yeah, when I put the stick to like if I have to slightly have the stick going to the right for me to go forward. If I don't, my character's going to be does that hard left. Well, slightly left. Slight enough where it annoys me, I should say. It's not hard, it's slight. I still remember when I first came to here to sign up, I was nervous. Was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home, and I came all... Okay. I've been, in between the episodes, I watched a playthrough of Book of Mario, Thousands of Doors. If you don't know what that is Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. But horribly translated through through Google Translate several times. So I will say came instead of come several times just because of it. I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so spongy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. Sorry, now it isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Oh, now, if it isn't Edgar, and then... To what do I owe the pleasure of both of your companies today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. This is a real problem, but not the one you're used to. The misconception you developed about being an adventurer. That's an interesting one. I have to admit. Tries I might figure it out. I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insight. There's just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. Tell me, suppose you fail to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? Friends, this here counter, I indeed seen off many an adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of the differences, they all share something in common, a reason to first embark upon their journey. Edgar, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventuring life? For mine, I chose a friend recommended it to me, which is actually true. Before I started playing Final Fantasy XIV, I played WoW. Well, I played WoW for about a year, because I originally played WoW all the way back when, what was that expansion? It was their first expansion, Burning Crusade. Well, I played that all the way back that day, and I played it for about, I think, was it like a month or so? But then, back when COVID hit back in 2020, I was able to ask to be able to get playing it again, and I played it for, I think, about a year. During that year, my friends recommended that I should get into this game, and I bought it, played it for about a day, and did not play it again until last November of it wasn't even November, I think it was like August or something. It was in the same month as my first episode, because I was still a sprout and I didn't finish the game yet, but I finished the game in a single day. Not a single day. That would be a great speedrun, but I finished it in a single month. But then again, I mostly only did the main quest and only did side quests up until I got like a little bit further. I usually only did it for the gear, but eventually I did go back. So yeah, and then when I came back, I decided to record, because by then I started recording again. So yeah, so that was the reason why I did this. And when you say that, she says, keep that friend close. But for Edgar, how very like you. Keep that reason close to your heart now, you hear? And Ewan, what inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister and became infatuated with the lives they lived. Like them, I wanted to see the world while helping those in need. And isn't that enough? Yes, sister, approval or no, you have a reason all your own. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kapi had displaced my own motives for being an adventurer. That's the misconception. Kapi wanted me to recognize what a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Oh, that's enough from me. For today, I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, En. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy doing what you do and hearing about a women problem. I think it was back in 2020. It might have been 2019. I honestly don't remember. It was 2019 or 2020. Thank you, Edgar, too, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kipi now. I loathe, though I am to trouble you again. There's something else I'd like you to help with. You see the letters we collected in the Mitsulamosa? One was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now, that letter would be displayed on the court. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you help me find it. Come, let's join the minstrel. Yeah, that's the spot. Yeah, I found... Yeah, that's the spot where it causes it to do it. I just have to keep in mind that's it. But yeah, when I was playing WoW, I played Horde. I got into it before Shadowlands came out. I was actually like, they were advertising it before it came out. I think I played it for a month or two before. Oh no, it was longer than that. Oh, it was a while. Welcome back. I hope you were able to find the answer. Yes, I'm happy to say Miss Momodi helped me to come to a realization. And when I go to speak to my sister... I see. By all means, feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. I wonder, is this always the same? Because this also had blue chocobo on the last one I saw. Yeah, and whenever I see a blue chocobo, it kind of reminds me of Proton John. From this was years ago. He did a stream because when there was a one of his friends whose gamer tag was like Blue Chocobo or something, passed away, and one of the things he wanted to play was Borderlands 2 with all skills on at max level. That was one of the things they wanted to play. Well, what he wanted them to play. Yeah, that's what, whenever I see the Blue Chocobo, that reminds me. Blue reminds me of something else. Very well, let's all search together more swiftly to find it. If I remember correctly, it is letter with a chocobo drawing. It's on one of the sides. Yep. I think it's just a drawing of a chocobo on it. Because the paper's blue. Dear adventurer, how fare your journey? Mine continues, and I'm wake up to the sound of birdsong and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, while an adventure aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrilled to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now in the hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on the expedition. If you at all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out in the drowning wench in the Mitsulamosa. Eagerly do I await your coming. Now I want to read what these other ones say. I've never read these. Letter of the Shield. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folks have expressed concern that an increase in drifters can see a corresponding rise in crime, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers, like otherwise, are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. That's what I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who set up to fill the void. Yeah. Also, the friend that recommended me this game, he does not actually play this game. He's a fan of Final Fantasy, and he saw the trailer. And the reason why he can't really play it is because of his internet. That was the reason why he can't play it on console. The reason why he can't play it on PC like I do is because he has a laptop which doesn't really work. He's tried to get it to work, but for some reason, every time he tries to like make an account or log in, it doesn't take. Same adventure, should you chance to read this letter, I pray you find it you well. Make time has passed since you've helped us to rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we shall remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings a new challenge. Nonetheless, we have regained some semblance of what we once had, and as smiles are beginning to return to faces. The morrow will be brighter than today. This we bear to believe, no thanks to you. And should you suffer hardship, I pray that you believe the same. I don't know if there's more of these the further you are in the game, because I didn't really bother to look at these. I only found the blue one and then came back. Dear Not So New Adventure! As the traveling merchant, I have had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a cart with you stands above them all. For you see, I went on to sell valuable cartloads of the rings I gave you. And turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurous luck, and I count my blessings every day. No matter where I go, I often hear tales of your exploits, and it makes me inordinately proud to have met you. Till we meet again, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. I can see these being references to different people who've played the game over the years. Or just different NPCs. Now look over here so far. How about you? And a dwarf with a hand-drawn picture of a chocobo. This letter invites adventurers to take part in an exploration expedition. Blue chocobo, yes, this is the one. All that's left then is to talk to Kippy. Do you know where she is? She went to the Weavers Guild, saying that she had business there. Perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll look for her there, thank you. For this too, might I trouble you to accompany me, and afterwards, I'll ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall wait you at the Ruby Road Exchange. I'm actually kind of hoping that the expedition he's talking about is actually to the New World, because that's where the new expansion that they recently announced is going to be. You're here too, Edgar. I must confess I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. After you came to find me, my apologies for taking so long. So, N, were you able to find the answer? To begin with, I want you to look at this. It's my middle finger! An explorer is assembling escorts for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. And wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition. To go where I dare not set foot alone. So I've decided that will answer the invitation. The invoice. The invoice. then this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone. I had wanted to prove to you that I'm capable, that I'm no longer a burden, and in my obsession, I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon and lend a helping hand to those I met, that what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Edgar. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reasons. Is that all right with you? Then you just say you don't need my approval. But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. You understand? You once told. Do you remember what you once told me, Anne? Shortly before the calamity struck. Did you interfere adventures again today? What were they like? What kind of place have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grew up, I want to be an adventurer too. Little tail. Well, that's as fine an illustration as any. But do you know what kind of adventure you wish to become? A hero, like in the tales, perhaps? Oh no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits. I want to be the freest spirit of all. And yes, I'll travel the world and meet lots of people. And when I visit home, you can interview me as much as you like. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you experienced no small amount of hardships, but you chose your path because you wanted to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectations, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. As long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even a hero can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others don't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for others, for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Edgar? A hero needs friends as much as anyone. Understood. I wouldn't ever forget this. I know I expect you to go raring to answer the explorer's petitions to Miss Lamosa. You'll be taken in our ship, yes? In which case, I'll give you these garments to you now. I had them made for you, thinking it was past time you had something better. For me, thank you so much, sister. I must thank you too, Edgar. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him. I look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. Oh, there was also a survey that's out currently as... You see the siblings off in the knowledge that will be well. Time to rejoin the minstrel and relay to him the tale's happy conclusion. There was a survey that's out while recording this, and also when this whole thing got words hard, brains not working. But yeah, which was a survey, and one of the about the game. Yeah, one of the questions was, which was the most fearsome enemy you fought? And my answer was, I always forget his name. The Rogadin that you fight in Rome Reborn. The one that's with Galvis or whatever his name is. Gaius. Gaius Valbalsing. Oh, whatever his name was. The guy with the two shields. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with N and Kipi. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, this is usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet, as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. And such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first steps, we will always find the strength to take the next. And shall be free, will be fine, and I am certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. These events have inspired a new verse in me. A verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who see them off. Edgar's getting an echo from the ringing the note. This echo activates by musical tones. No one's driving. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wondered why I must struggle so. Days when I am tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it's thanks to my wonderful comrades and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now, I must been regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even with it's with a frown. You tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. It's no exaggeration to say that I derive all of my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, we promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now the time has come for this vision to end, time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their homes. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Together we have built this world, and it is our serious hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So, please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Big chicken. Big fiery chicken. Bye, Yoshi P. Have fun on the airship. I dare say N is aboard the ship by now. I pray that he and Kipi, will find happiness upon their respective paths. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would deduce these verses to your future. We'll dedicate this verse to your future. By morning light, the journey starts. A thrill of hope within our hearts. On westerly winds, to river song into the world where we belong. Above fields of white azure sky, sunset storm of crimson fire, jewels a litter on pitch black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, while memories as a guiding star shines our steps, both near and far. We're being attacked! Get the rifles! Oh wait a minute, this isn't Let Me Solomosa. Where you will go, whom you will meet, what you will see, there is no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind. They shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. You got the carbuncle colors on your shirt. One just hits it. Just explodes. Well, there goes in. He died in the fireworks display. With memories shared, yet all our own. As one we brave frontiers unknown. Thank you for 10 years. You have access to the letter forest at the Golden Court. Speak with the tender station there to read the letters. Additionally, we have the Kupo Kupo adventure now. And then we will give this to you. Now, I want to actually do this in this episode. I do wish I could change the blue on the Phoenix. I would change it to green, so it would be red and green. Greetings in the forest. Few messages are addressed to adventurers. Letters. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, are these all cutscenes? Here's a past tense. We installed a message board on an unassuming street corner to see it continue to be utilized by adventurers. Fill me and my fellow keepers of pride. Like a lodestone, the messages board drew people together, and in our hopes that it kept serving you well as a means to share information For our humble part, we shall endeavor to maintain the board to good repairs. What brings you news that may be of interest? Best wishes, the message board keeper. We're going to do all of these, so buckle up! As a calligraphist, my job is to create movements that convey specific emotions, such as dance performances or a moment's adorable gestures. And though I have the honor of contributing my expertise to etiquette manuals, movement cannot be changeably perceived in the manner of that artwork, such as paintings can. From the memorizing flutter of fabric to the inviting springiness of booze. It's all passes by in an instant. And light of this, if but one of my steps or flourishing occupy a place in your memories, then nothing would make me happier. Moving yours, a humble choreographist. One lazy afternoon, as I stood by the Etherite Plaza, I found myself absorbed by the sight of adventurers whirling around their time, literally doing cartwheels, greeting friends who were passing by, practicing the newly learned dance, sitting on a bench and chatting, opening umbrellas when it began to rain, tucked into a loaf of bread when peckish. To the untrained eye, they were doing naught out of the ordinary. I, however, saw the fruits of my life's work, and it warmed my heart. Dreamed of a day when preparing social etiquette as practiced by all, be it in a ballroom or otherwise. I shall continue my quest to edify. Courtesy yours, an etiquette manual writer. Oh, those manuals! All the emotes. Dear adventurer, I am a theater set designer and one who is said to have a penchant for designing unusual props for the stage. Some of my labors of love, it thrills me to discover, have caught your eye to become little companions that follow you around, or even modes of transportation. To see my creations for the stage delights you off it. Even the oddest ones delights me in turn, and further motivates me to my craft. In hopes that I can continue to delight you all, I will endeavor to create ever more interesting props. Yours in whimsy, a theater set designer. Dear adventurer, I am a festival committee member in charge of decorating the cities during celebrations. While decorations are an oft unremarkable part of events, some of you have noted the little touches we apply, such as stray bombs or romantic snowmen, and it makes our efforts all the more worthwhile. As you continue your adventure, it is our hope that the festive ambience we create throughout the years will provide you with joy and respect. Both mirthfully yours, a festival committee member. Recently, my fellows and I have been taking ourselves around the realm, repairing bridges and roads as well as restoring natural landscapes. This we do as part of an initiative to improve quality of life for adventurers. Yours is a long journey. What little we can do to ease your way, we gladly do. Conjectively yours, a humble architect. You, who are reading this letter, I bid you imagine the countless adventurers who call this world home. I dare say it isn't difficult to do so, for this is really the reality as it stands. Yet we mustn't take it for granted, for what we have now is the accumulation of much hard work by full many souls. Souls including your good self. Adventurers breathe life into this world, each one as you, giving rise to the grand tale. And I hope you never forget this. Thank you for taking the time to cast your eyes over these worlds. Wherever your adventure may lead, may you find happiness. With utmost respect, a nameless artisan. I set foot in this land 10 years ago. Since then, I have had occasion to meet numerous fine adventurers like yourself. Many languages exist, and they sometimes act as a wall that divides us. This world, however, is a place where we might transcend that wall and come together in unity. Each and every day, you and yours find various ways to forge bonds, and so doing, you grant access to a new world as seen through different eyes. And that is what makes life endlessly fascinating. As you carry on adventuring, I pray that you will be blessed with such enriched encounters. Yours is understanding and unity, a humblest linguist.
From a citizen. From a civilian.
Your adventures during the calamity and for a lifetime afterwards. There was nary a smile to be seen upon faces. Now, however, I often see you and yours walking happily through the city, and it never fails to warm the heart. In my mind, you are a symbol of the new era. No one can say what the future holds, but when I see your smile, I am reassured that somehow all will be well. Sincerely yours, a humble citizen. We're about halfway done. I used to be an adventurer, but in the course of my travels I developed the urge to recreate for others. The sense of marvel that I was experiencing. One thing led to another, and I eventually became a theater director. My role is to produce spectacular theater, and nothing is more gratifying than to receive praise from the audience. For a long time to come, I hope to continue creating memorable adventures to share with everyone. Yours, an imagination and wonderment, a humble theater director. As an advertising scribe, I guess that's advertising. I create notes for events and products that you see posted to message boards. Such information isn't exactly essential for adventuring, but I consider it a job well done if people are aware of their options, and I'll keep striving to deliver information that may be of interest to adventurers. Thank you always for your kindness and compassion. Communicatively yours, a humble advertising scribe. And all things, it's nice to be able to make changes to better suit your taste. But by the same token, the more choices one has, the more difficult it is to decide what to do. We began posting guides on the message board as a way to answer questions from adventurers. Before we knew it, we had surpassed 200 items. We couldn't have kept it for so long without your inevitable feedback. Invaluable, not inevitable. It makes us truly happy when we hear that you could help to solve your problems, even if some small way. Encouraged by your praise and driven by your requests. We'll keep working hard to serve you. Shall you have any comments or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We always appreciate hearing from you. Informally yours, a humble guide. All who set forth must inevitably pass through the entrance, and while most will not spare the place a second thought, we gatekeepers think of naught else, day in and day out. Our solemn duty is to ensure that all adventurers can enter unhindered, and this entails keeping signs in good repair, pesky fiends at bay, or especially attentive when we throw open all entrances at once following large-scale maintenance work. Inspired by the eager expressions you wear as you set forth anew, we will continue performing our tasks to the best of our abilities. Legend yours, a humble gatekeeper. Stirring story needs a formidable antagonist, one who stands in the protagonist's way, causes them sadness and suffering. When the hero finally overcomes that foe, they will know a joy that is as sweet as their struggle was bitter. Those who share in that joy will go on to become friends true, their bond transcending age, station, and notion. In order to create much depressing lows and soaring highs, I will strive to conceive of more compelling antagonists. Dramatically yours, a humble playwright. Just 2 more left. As someone who composes music for the stage, nothing pleases me more than to hear what you are motivated by my work. I am also humbled to receive your words in anticipation for the concert we hold and the orchestration roles we release, and you horribly buy to the point that you are in debt. You are my motivations, spurring me to closer composing music that brings the story to life. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yours is the melody, a humble theater composer. I spent all my MGP on my character buying orchestration roles recently. From swords slashing and armor clinking, from water running to leaves rustling, I have the pleasure of recreating for the stage the various sounds. Wait a minute, did I just read this? That can be heard all in the world. Oh no, this is designer. It is a challenge and thrill to produce these sounds, and we draw inspiration from the knowledge that they are heard and produced by many. However, the sounds of a play isn't limited to that which we ourselves create. No, they also encompass those made audience and the player. It goes between us a joint performance that may hope that we can continue filling the world with sound together. Cautiously yours, a humble theater sound designer. And that was the last one. Wait, there's another! Was nothing actually 1, 2? Oh, there's people now here. Great. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode. And I'll see you all in the next, when we get back to the main story.